Glitter Gang. Happy Thursday. You made it to Thursday night. It's time to party. We are going to be tackling the closure. I know that was a weirdly emotional issue this afternoon. It was one of our greatest breakdowns in democracy in the history of democracy on this show. And the history of democracy on this show has not been great. I mean, I don't think we'd be getting an A+ from the groups that grade democracies as it is. But I said I would meditate on the closure and come up with something. Yeah, Google couldn't even solve the answer. We were like, let's just let Google solve it. And we told Google to solve it. We told her to flip a coin. She flipped a coin, and then that caused even more problems. But that's okay. That's okay. You know what? We shouldn't expect Google to solve our problems. Really, that's what the lesson was this afternoon. So today we're going to be tonight in this video, we're going to be doing the closure. I had an idea. It's easy. It's cute. You don't need magnets. You don't need string. So that's what we're going to go with. We're going to do a brad swivel closure. And essentially what that is we are going to take a circle. We're going to stick a brad in it, and you'll twist it off. So you'll swivel it out of the way, and then you can just open it and get to the goodies inside. So what we need to figure out is what size we're going to make our circle. Do we want to go big? Do we want to go medium? Do we want to go tiny? What do we want to do? So I'm not going to actually if we go big, let me tell you the main pitfall with really big. If we go really big, so say something like this, then the swivel is here, which means that when you swivel it, it will hang off the edge. It can just it can be a little dangerous at that point to be torn off by somebody, who's just not paying attention or whatever. So, so that's the problem with it being big. Of course, if it's big, it looks cool. So if we try to keep it this size or smaller, then that's really that's probably what we should do. We'll keep it, whatever that is what we'll do. So let's just measure it. Then it won't hang over the edge too much. Oh, well, that's 3 inches. So whatever. I guess we'll just do it 3 inches. Well, let's do 2.5-ish. Well, that's where we're going to get the circles, Joyce. Just wait. Just wait. So we need 12 circular punches. So what we're going to do is we're going to punch them out of the paper, the cards, the embellishments, etc. So that's where that's what I think, Ellen. 2.5. We'll make the cardstock part of it 2.5, and we'll make the pattern paper 2.25. So it'll have a nice border around it. So I'm going to pull out the embellishment sheets that aren't border strips. All right. So what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to take a paper scrap, and I'm going to punch a 2.25-inch hole out of it, because that way we can kind of frame up our stuff and see what we're looking with. So if I think maybe this Let It Snow is good, right? Then I frame it up and I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's not bad, but maybe it's not quite right. But that's cute right there. So we can definitely do this. So I'm going to cut this card out. And we'll use this. We need 12 of them. All right, so that's that one. And then you can just quickly, anything that you think maybe, you know, you can just stick it. I don't think any of the rest of these are going to work, you know, but like you can always test. What would be the benefit to acetate that is not achieved by this cardstock? Just let me know, because I'm not understanding why I should switch. But if I should switch, let me know. All right, so we've got the 25. That could be cute. We've got the Joy Piece Noel. Now, you wouldn't be able to tell that it's a tree, but it doesn't matter that you can't tell that it's a tree because, you know, it still has a function. So we'll go ahead and have this one. I'll cut it out. And if we end up with more than 12, we end up with more than 12. It's no big deal. Okay, thanks, Joyce. Just making sure I wasn't missing something. You just any kind of frame so that you can see exactly what you're going to get. That's what you want. You can make it out of whatever scrap you have in your recycling bin. All right, so we've got 2. All right, yeah. Every time, oh, we can do every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings. And let's actually just check out Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Yep. I do like Son of a Nutcracker. That's kind of funny. I wonder if I could cut out... yeah, I think that the Son of a Nutcracker part is just too big. Because, like, I could cut it out and move it. But it takes up the whole top of the circle, so I think not. But these 2 will work. And I'm sure there's plenty of cute stuffs in the collection that I'm not going to need. I haven't even started looking at the embellishments, so. Oh yeah, the 25. Excuse me for sniffling. Whew. Kitty! Kitty's crying downstairs. I think she can't find anyone. Sometimes when she can't see anyone, she just cries. So you just got to say her name so she knows she's not alone in this world. All right. And then here's that one again. All right, so let's see what else we've got. This would be okay, except most is all off by itself, so can't do it. I mean, this is just kind of boring once we get it in the circle. Nah, I don't think, I'm going to just skip this one. I'm sure we'll find some other stuff. All right, so now there's stuff on here, like this Magic of Christmas, that we can put on other things to beef it up. So there's some stuff we can cut out. So like we can cut out that Magic of Christmas. We can cut out this bell. Probably this bow. This present. Maybe take these 2 presents. Maybe the stockings were hung. Yeah, we'd have to punch it so carefully because it's not quite, nah, we won't mess with that. All right, so, all right, let's see. let me get a craft knife and I'm going to cut some of these out. So we're going to take the bow and the bell. All right. And then what I say, the magic of Christmas. This one I'm just going to punch. And do we like the green present? I didn't take a lot of silver or green, so I think I'll skip the green present because I have a feeling we're going to find plenty more things. So we'll just start with, we'll just take a few from each sheet and then we'll just keep motoring along. All right, and where are we anyway? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we've got 8 already. Let's see what we've got. Get my scrap. Oh, perfect. Perfect. All right, take the ornament. It won't look like an ornament anymore, but that doesn't matter. I guess it's a tag more than it's an ornament anyway. All right, what else is cute? Do we like this 25 better than this 25? Nah, I don't actually. I think that's it from this page. We'll grab the 25 just so I don't forget. Then later if I want it, it's there. You know what I mean? All right. So let's see what else we've got. All right, so this Santa's pretty cute. You know, we'll just capture it so that we get the Christmas joys, and then it'll cut off the clipboard, but again, it doesn't matter. Not the least of which, because I do have 2 of everything anyway, so nothing is being sacrificed forever. I bet this Yuletide greetings. Yeah, look at that. That's super cute too. And that's the last sheet. So let's count and see if we have to make something work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We need one more thing. It's too small on the sides, unfortunately. That's too bad. Okay, that's all right. We'll just go back through the others and we'll use our brains. Like this tree I ignored previously, but look at that. That's a cute tree. So There we go. We just got to be creative. All right. All right, well, now we got everybody, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, we've got 12. We did it. All right. Good work, team. Okay, so now that we've got everyone, what we have to do is I want to back them with Tyvek. And that's because I just want to strengthen them with, if I back these pieces with Tyvek, then what'll happen is they'll be more tear proof. Like there'll be less risk of them being torn off the pages. So what I want to do is I'm going to punch a 2.5 inch circle out of this, and I'm going to use it to punch all these out so that I can then glue them all to a piece of Tyvek. I mean, the ones that are smaller than that already, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just glue them to a piece of Tyvek. And that way, even if someone gets overly excited as they're going through your book, you know, there's less of a chance. It's not impossible, but there's less of a chance that anything will get ripped, like one of these will get ripped off. Like, because, you know, sometimes people who aren't crafters, they're not going to necessarily see something that's a circle with a brad underneath it. And what if they're like, what's this? And then they just like yank. You know how it goes. I know you know how it goes. All right, time to decide. I wish there was something other than a 25, just because since it's not a countdown, you know, I'm going to look at my paper scraps. Let's see if anything is left over from earlier that we could maybe use. I'm going to grab that. I think we used the reindeer. We just have, I mean, we could grab like his snowflake that's left. Man, the scraps that are, ooh. I mean, yeah, there's nothing wrong with the 25, but, you know, I'm just going to explore my options. All right. So I got these two, which are this little ornament here, and then this little sort of flower pine cone thing, almost like a mistletoe looking thing hanging down. So we've got those. All right, good. We'll save the 25s for something else. All right. All right, I'm back just for a second because now I flipped this over and I'm like, would the 25 just look cute on this background? Would I like it better? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the black line off this because I think what I don't particularly love is the black line. I know that makes it easier for the cutting machines, and I like a black line around my stuff a lot of the time, hence all the Sharpieing I do. But sometimes I don't want it, you know? And if you don't want it, just cut it off. So I'm going to cut the inside first because I find when you're cutting details like this, it's a lot easier to start with the inside because then it's just structurally not going to collapse on itself. And then you can just cut with your scissors around the outside. All right. Okay, so now I just have to cut the outside. And this really needs to go on a red, something red. So while this background that I have on my mat right now gave me the idea, I think I need to find a red scrap for it. All right, so cutting off the black line. Is not super easy. But what can you do? Because I want to get close to it because I want to keep the white border. So I'm trying to get as close to the black line as possible, and in a couple places I haven't actually cut it all the way off. So I'm going to have to go back. All right, there we go. We got a nice little 25 here. Ooh. Okay, so let's go find something for the 25 to live on. Hopefully we have something cute in the scrap bag. Even that's kind of cute. Eh. Yeah, it needs to be on something like darker. There we go. That's the one. Yeah, it blends in too much. Like, this is really pretty, but it blends in a little too much, I think. Okay. All right, so now I lost it. Did I pick up the red? Okay, here it is. All right, so we're going to use liquid glue to glue this to the red, and then we'll punch it out with the 2.5-inch punch, and then we will start sticking everybody to Tyvek. And then when I have something like that, I flip it over and rub it so that I don't actually like pick it up by accident. And that's 2 1/4. Here's 2 1/2. We're making the closures out of these. All right. Okay, we got everyone. All right. So we don't. Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to put all of these on Tyvek, and then we'll start punching stuff. So I've got Tyvek here, and this is a good place for me to use all the little scraps of Tyvek I have left over. I've got to make sure when I stick everything down that I don't get them, you know, too close to each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch with the 2.5-inch punch the Tyvek. Ooh, Tyvek doesn't punch. What? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Let go. Let it, stop it. Stop it. Okay. All right. All right. Just kidding. All right. Bad Tyvek. Bad Tyvek. So we'll just cut 3x3 squares. We'll just cut 3x3 squares. No big deal. No big deal. Because we can even use the mangled pieces because no one's going to see it. So, and, well, this has been exciting. All right, so there's 6 of them. That's half of them done. Tyvek is just showing how indestructible it is. That's true. I think the problem is that because it's kind of a plasticky material and it's made to stretch, so, you know, it's not so easy to punch through. We are learning so much about everything today. How feisty Tyvek is. All right, I think I need 3 more, but that's it. I know, Tyvek is so dramatic. I'll do 4 more because I can't remember. All right, here we go. Let's get gluing. Glue time. I don't know if a die would cut through it, to be honest. That's a good question. I want to say that just like my uneducated guess would be that definitely a Sizzix type die would, like a Biggs die. But, like a cutting machine for sure. But the only thing that the only one that I'm not sure of, well, the only one that I don't have a good educated guess for, I guess, is the, those wafer thin dies. Those are the ones I'd be just slightly worried about. And then we'll find out once I stick them down if I can cut through them. We better do 1 and then wait. Because if I can't punch these out, I don't want to sit here and try and do this with Spellbinder dies, although I guess I could. So let's just do this one, and then while we're waiting on it, I'll punch out all the cardstock pieces while it's drying. Yeah, it'll be up, should be no later than tomorrow morning. But all of these will eventually make their way to YouTube for sure. Okay. This Tyvek looks blacker than the roll you got. Well, Fran gave me this Tyvek, so only thing I know about it is that it came from Uline, or at least I think it came from Uline. Okay, so we need to be 2.5. That's 2 1/4. So we need 6 of each color. 2, 3, 4, okay, 5, 6. I mean, I should only have 6 scraps because these are leftovers from the envelopes and we made 6 of each color. But, you know, the cats could definitely have eaten one. So, never underestimate the destructive power of a cat. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we're great. Great shape. Okay. All right, so we don't need the 2.5 inch punch at all anymore now that we've punched these cardstocks. So now it's time to see if we are boned or not. So what I want is to put the cardstock part, ideally the cardstock part should be facing down because that's the direction the blade comes from, but okay, we're fine. All right, thank goodness. All right, we are all good. Okay. Now let's get to it. So that's one. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one we need to find. Let's just put this one on the same red. So I'm going to cut this out and we'll put it on that same red scrap as the 25. Woo, drama, drama, drama. Remember when I said these closures would be easy and cute? Maybe they're just going to be cute by the time it's all said and done. Maybe they're just cute. Oh my gosh, Kitty loves plastic wrap and packing tape too, Kathryn. She just loves chewing on that stuff. She doesn't eat it, as far as we can tell. She just likes chomping on it. She's sharpening her teeth. She did one time find, we get those food service foil sheets instead of rolls of foil. And one time she pried apart the box and was chewing on them and throwing them all over the kitchen. Remember when I said I wouldn't need the 2.5-inch one anymore? I was wrong about that. I was wrong about that. All right, so got these two. This little stack doesn't need. Same with all these. So we just have to find something for these two. And do we want to ditch the bow? Because we've got 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 that we really like. And we can do the bell plus... we can do the bell plus one of these two. We don't need the bow anymore. This one's not in the same, because of the silver, it doesn't look the same as the rest of them. So let's pick this one. And then we'll ditch that and we'll find a place for the, well, wait a minute. What if we just put this right? Let me just see if I can make this look like it is supposed to be part of this. There's kind of different art styles, so I don't know if I will be able to, but I've got to cut it out anyway, so whatever. But, yeah. Oh. It has the spiky holly. Yes, May, these punches are by EK Success. That's who they're by. And I collected them with 50% off coupons from Michael's and Joann's. It took me a while, but I got them all eventually. Waited for sales, that sort of thing. Because some of the bigger ones can be quite expensive. Of these. So it wasn't like I woke up one morning and went and bought all of them. I just waited. Now I know May is in, I think, Australia. So I don't know what the coupon situation is. But yeah, they're EK Success, and EK Success, at least for a while, was making Stampin' Up's punches. And Stampin' Up had a bunch of circle punches just like this. They're just brown in the Stampin' Up colors. So those are EK Success as well, or at least they were. Who would have thought that the bell was going to be the thing that took the longest to cut out? It's the holly, the spiky holly. At the end, everyone was mad at Google, Melanie. That was the real, Google Assistant was the real loser. So. No. All right. We'll just put it on like that sparkly background and it'll be fine. Oh, I think this bottle's toast. All right, hold on, let me. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's the last of it. Okay. Let me just finish this bell and then I'll get a fresh glue. All right, you go under here. I'm gonna get a new glue. And then I think the way that I do it is I just I still have scotch. I've got 2 bottles after this one too. Oh my gosh. No. Oh, I'm sorry I gloated. That's what I get. And then I'll just screw the detail cap on it. Oh my gosh, this bottle is so heavy. Just so heavy. And then this I just can get rid of. I don't need it anymore. All right. Okay, back to gluing stuff to Tyvek. Ooh, homemade chicken pot pie. Oh, look at it just fly right out of the nozzle. Let me get a paper towel. All right, so while I'm doing boring stuff like glue, what should we chit chat about? Yeah, I've heard that art glitter is the one to switch to once you finally run out of your scotch. That's the one. That's the one I hear the best reviews on. The topper to the glue is called something that I used to know. I'm looking to see if I have one. I know the company is Scrap Perfect. And it comes in 3 sizes. And each size lists the different glues that it fits on. Fine liner, is it the fine liner or is fine liner the one you have to decant? I know the company is Scrap Perfect, CRAPERFECT. Let me just see if I can get the name of it. And if I can find a link. All right. Okay, I got you. It is the No Clog writing cap, and like I said, that comes in 3 different sizes, so whichever glue you use, you need to read the description to see which glues it fits in. The Scrap Perfect No Clog writing cap. I think this one is the medium, but I'm not sure. But I think medium is what fits on scotch, but you can't really get scotch anymore, so whatever. I mean, you can get it, but it's like, we don't like it. Now, you can buy one that fits on a glossy accent. Don't, because I find that clogs so bad, even though it has the needle, because see it has, you can kind of see it a little bit. You see there's a needle in here, and you insert that needle into this thing. But I find sometimes that needle gets stuck in there. Sometimes that needle, I don't know. I've never had it successfully do a whole bottle of glossy accents. I find it's just easier to unclog the glossy accents when it clogs. So don't worry about it for that. But like, but for glues that you want a finer tip on, it works great. And then art glitter, if you use art glitter glue, doesn't they make one, don't they? A really super detailed tip. I thought I bought one, but now I don't know if I did. Is this it? Is this the fine tip, or is this the tip it normally comes with? It's a pretty fine tip. But I thought they had a metal tip too. So I'm pretty sure that art glitter makes one. I swear I bought a fine tip, but when I bought this glue for when I ran out of the scotch, which, you know, will be never at the rate I'm going through them. Yeah, they make a fine metal tip. Okay. But yeah. Which screws onto the tip that's already on it. Okay. Gotcha. But yeah, the Scrap Perfect no clog writing cap, and I saw them on Amazon. But make sure you get the size that's right for the glue, because like I said, they come in small, medium, and large. So look, you know, you'll need to kind of look and see which one fits on your glue. This one's already been down to size. The bottom of my press is, next time I lift it up, I'll show you, but it's a grid pattern. She's like the, see, it's a grid. She's like the Princess and the Pea. She's trying to find the perfect tips for like icing and stuff. You have to remind yourself that I'm wearing an apron when I wipe glue on myself. Oh, she's always on you about your skills. Well, that's just rude. It's not like if someone gives me a card and that they made themselves and it's not up to my crafting standards that I'm like, well, this is crap. The only time I ever said that was about a card that I knew someone hadn't made, and that I knew had the sense of humor to appreciate it. Yours is grill marks. Mom, I can tell that your kitchen was 71 degrees when you made this instead of the recommended 72. What were you thinking? All right, so now we can take the 2 1/4 inch punch, and as they come out, we'll punch them. And make a little stack here of the 2 1/4 inch backed ones. So when they come out, so yeah, we're just gonna punch them when they come out, and we'll have our nice little stack. Oof. Okay. Oh, come on. Why are you doing this to me? It didn't punch all the way out in one spot. And now it's all gross on this one little edge. It ripped the paper. Why does it have to be so rude? What? I know. What a bad punch. Oh my goodness. All right. I know. It's such a drama queen. All the tools are drama queens today. Stop doing that. Become glitter queens instead. Become glitter queens instead of drama queens, please. Your granddaughter is a drama princess. All right, so everyone is glued down now, at least for the first time. So I'm going to close up my glue just for a second. Okay. Oh, this one did it too. Oh. What a piece of trash. I think it's the Tyvek itself. I think that punching is not its best, most favoritist application. All right, so let's just think happy thoughts. Oh, look. By thinking a happy thought, it went through just fine. Now we know the answer. Happy thoughts. Just think happy, happy thoughts. We love the punch and Tyvek. It's so pretty, yes. It's the best Tyvek punch in the world. Look at that. See, everyone, the glue is definitely not dry, and that is also part of the problem. Everyone just wants to be complimented. Even nasty Tyvek, I mean beautiful, wonderful Tyvek punches. All right, it got a little raggedy munchy on the edge there, but oh, now it's doing this. Okay. Come on. Come apart. There you go. Look how happy you are. Look at you. You're the happiest punch. The happiest punch. Okay. So what I'm going to do, because I don't want to stop, you should probably on yours just, you know, stop. But when I can tell it's been a problem, I'm going to pull it out and then cut off the last little bit of it. All right. Because if I pull them through, they get a little less crunchy munchy. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a clothespin and put it on the affected area. This one we already did, right? Oh yeah, I was just flattening it because it got messed up. Last one. Think happy thoughts. Think happy thoughts. All right. We could have thought happier thoughts that time. But I almost cut my finger off. Did you see that? Okay. Here we go. Now I'm going to we're going to start this process again. Now we're just going to glue them down. To their circles. And then they go back under the presses. Maybe I'll ink them if they have especially raggedy edges. Ink covers a lot of issues. A lot of issues can be solved with ink on the edges. Ones that are heavily red, I'm going to put on the brown. And then everything left over will go on the red. One, two, 1, 2. All right, we'll put these last two Feisty Munchkins. Someone doesn't want this Christmas album to happen. Someone is trying to ruin Christmas. There's a Grinch. His name is Grinchy Tyvek. They just don't want the season to come too soon. I think Christmas in July should get exceptions, though. All right, and the leftover ones will go on the red. This is the Christmas, this is for Christmas 2021, this book. All right, and then and which ink color I'm choosing, it just depends on, you know, which one I think will look better with the disc. All right, so I'm going to pull these out. These were the first three that went under. Oh my goodness, it's going to be so cute once it's finally done. Oh my gosh, who would have thought this was what... When I was like, oh, we'll just do the swivels. That'll be easy and fast. I don't know why I think anything is going to be fast, ever. when have I ever done anything fast? I mean, there's basically just, there's fast for like everyone else. And then there's easy and fast by like world standards. And then there's easy and fast by my standards. Bev says, or thinking gets her in trouble. And Fran says, we don't do easy and fast in this show. That's true, we don't. I don't know what my problem is, but we do not do easy and fast around here. Because we make exceptional work. Look, we're painting the Sistine Chapel. We could have just painted the Sistine Chapel beige, but we wanted to go fancy. That's it. Basically, I'm Michelangelo of Florence, and this is the Sistine Chapel ceiling. And I don't have a problem with narcissism at all. I know this afternoon was fast. It tricked us into thinking that the rest of it was going to keep going. Now I'm going to have a problem with the Italians. Like, I already made the French mad. Now the Italians are like, what? What is, I don't know what Italian for what is. Probably like K or key or something. Probably something like that, right? Right? All right, we made it. Okay. That was very dramatic, but we got through it. Yeah, lots of hand gestures, lots of rapid Italian. Okay. Lots of whatever the Italian equivalent of how dare you is. So, yeah. All right. We made it. So, let me wipe my hands off with a baby wipe because they are sticky. Let me get my brads. Okay. Now that we've sort of made them, here's what we do with them. So let's get a brown envelope. Because before we can stick it, it's going to go right here like this. And we're going to put a brad that goes through it, through the pattern paper, through the cardstock, and then it gets folded on the back so it's nice and firm. And then we'll put a photo mat here to cover it up, the brad, so it will be invisible. So what we've got to do is whenever you see your thing fold up like that, that means you got to take a little sliver off the edge. Because it's a little too close to the score line. That's all that means. That's it. Okay, dokes. So what we've got on the front is we've got the ornaments. So we just want to put something kind of like, we'll put like the snowflakes on the back. Now we got to get out all our patterned paper. We're going to be using a lot of it now. So let's find something that's like snowflakes, like this. And I know that this is 4.5 by 8 7/8. So I need to cut my pattern paper to 8 5/8 by 4 1/4. Have yourself a... I'm not going to sing anymore. I'm sorry. That was really cruel. Okay. So I'm going to put this here. Look. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then it's gonna go right here, and then it'll swivel down like that. This will pop up. See? And that's how it works. So let's tape and ink this. And then we'll do all the punching we need to do. But that's the general idea. It's not too hard. And all you need to do it is a brad. So you don't need magnets or tin caps or any of that. You don't really even need the Tyvek. Like, it helps keep it sturdy, but you don't, it's not going to be a problem if you don't have it. I'm just going to put a little piece of tape in the middle there. Okay, so I'm going to use my 16th inch hole punch that I have, my little teeny tiny hole punch. And I'm going to punch a hole, and I want my hole not in the cardstock, but in the pattern paper. All right, I just want to make sure that my hole is through all the layers. And I'm just going to eyeball it. It's not a big deal. Okay. And then we're going to punch round the top corners with the 3/8. If you have the 3/8 inch hole punch, use the 3/8 inch hole punch. If you don't, just use the 1/2 inch. And then we'll ink this with the gathered twigs. Okay. So we stick this down right there. Okay. Now, close the thing and put it where you want it to be, you know, when it's done. And then take a pen and put a dot, you know, where your hole is. And then take a paper piercer and pierce that hole without poking your own fingers. And then take one of your brads and the brad goes through the piece right down at the bottom, and then it goes through the flap. Okay, then stick it on the back and flatten the brad legs. And I will put the photo mat on it in a second, but the photo mat does not need to be on it for it to work. So twist it down, close the flap, twist it up, and that's your envelope. So that when you want to open the envelope, you pull it down. So that's the closure. We got there. It only took us 81 minutes, but we got there. Ta-da! But it is really actually, it's cute. It's cute. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set everybody free from the bacon presses. And I think that the best way to do it, well, do you want to get all the closures on all the envelopes? So like pick the patterns for the backs. Yeah, let's just get them all done so I don't lose them. How about we let's do that. Okay. All right, so we've got one done. All right, so this is the last one, so I'm going to use the 25 on it. And so we can really do anything we want on the front. So we still can use papers that have scenes on them. You know what I mean? Because they're not going to get too covered up. I'm going to put this down and look. Well, that's too matchy-matchy, but look at, we'll do this. Okay. Let's just keep going. And again, these pieces are 8 5/8 by 4 1/4. Tiny, how are ya? How are you, Tiny Cat? Welcome. Are you gonna come say hi to your friends? So I'm gonna just keep on trucking. And oh my gosh, it's going to be so fun to use all of these papers and that have the big designs and not cover them up. Tiny cat. Tiny, say hi. Watch your feetsies. Watch your feetsies. Yeah, don't fall down. Hello. Hello. She probably wants a tape backing. Hi, buddy. Okay. All right, I'll just think. She's checking our work. How's it going, Tiny Cat? Did you have a nice dinner? I was up here working on Tuesday night, and she and Kitty were fighting they were fighting each other, but like through the curtain that I use against the window to keep the sound down so I don't get noise from the windows. Hi, cute stuff. What you doing? Yeah, you're being weird. I get it. I get it. I get being weird. Everybody wants to be weird sometimes. It's okay. All right, now poking. And then we'll get ourselves a brad. Hi, tiny cat. Are you helping? Are you helping me? You're such a good crafter. Yeah, these brads are were purchased in bulk. Ah, it's so cute. Look. And here's, I can use the back on the top here too. So let's just measure this because the back works on the top. What's this? 3.5? Okay. So this one would be 8 5/8 by 3 1/4. So 8 5/8 by 4 1/4, 8 5/8 by 3 1/4. Okay. All right. Look it. It's cute. It's cute. And I like the project again. Look at it. We're going to highlight so many patterns of paper between the pouches and the backs of the envelopes. All right. Do, 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 do. All right, and then we'll ink this. All right, and then we'll just stick this down. I have done Black Friday in the past. We decided this year that we're not going to do Black Friday anymore. Because Scrappy Bowl is so close to it that it's basically, it's just a lot at once. So what we've decided to do is, because there's so many stores to buy from on Black Friday at reduced prices, and there's only one store to buy from on Scrappy Bowl at reduced prices, that we're gonna not do Black Friday sales anymore, so that you can use your Christmas money in those other sales and then have a few months to recover and do Scrappy Bowl. So that's our plan. These bulk brads came from Ranger, and it's something where I don't know if they still do it, but it used to be if you were teaching a class, you could get things in bulk. And these are left over from a big class I taught. So it's not, I don't know if it's easy to get them at all. If you're not a teacher or wholesaler, or if they even still do it for classes. But that's where they came from. So I don't have a place for you that I can just send you to that's like you can get bulk brads here. Okay, so yay! All right, I'm gonna go find the one that I did. Oh, you're in your box. Oh, you're finally, she's been getting better about being in her box when I'm up here in the office. Have I shown you guys a picture of Tiny in her box? So anyways, so we've done Black Friday in the past, and we decided last year that that would be our last Black Friday. So we're just going to do National Scrapbook Day and hi, Tiny Cat. And Scrappy Bowl. Those will be our big sales. There she is in her little IKEA cube. So if you're trying to plan your crafty budget for the year, that's the info for you. All right, where's the one that I just did? How did I lose an envelope already? Like, how is that? Okay, I found it. I found it. All right, so, yeah, we'll just use what's on the back of them unless it looks terrible. Look at that. All right. Tiny Cat. She's just totally passed out now. She's zonked out. But yeah, she's in her little house. She has a little house in the office. It's nice and warm up here with the lights and everything. All right. Now that one's, and we may come back and decorate these more, who knows. But, you know, if we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. All right, so got a red one. Let's do this one. Sometimes if you've got one that's trying to curl one way, you can curl it the other way and get it to stop doing that a little bit. All right, so we need, oh, that's not going to go on there. Okay, so we'll do the Christmas tree. So we've got 3. I did 2 brown. Shouldn't I have? Oh, are you squeaking? Can you see her squeaking in her little box? If I walk near the box and don't pet her, she squeaks at me. Hello, I'm sorry I didn't pay the toll tax, the scritch tax. I have to look underneath all my bacon presses. Hi. I'm sorry, do you want class to be over? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Have you had enough? That's not, other people need my attention too, you know? You can't just have it all to yourself. All right. Okay. She is not getting enough scritches. I don't know if you heard the complaint department, but there were plenty of complaints from the complaint department. Even now she's squinty eyeing at me because she wants me to come back over and give her more pets. You can have more pets in 20 minutes. Do you want? You don't have a watch. All right. Pattern paper to go with this tree. What are you so mad about? What are you so mad about, Tiny Cat? Huh? What's your problem? Ooh. She's like, my problem is I'm not getting enough pets. That's my problem. My problem is with the pet department. It's very lacking. Again, 8 5/8 by 4 1/4 for the bottom, and 8 5/8 by 3 1/4 for the top. She has a hard life. You guys see it. You see it. You see her tiny struggle. She's so mad. Just go back to sleep, Tiny Cat. When you go back to sleep, when you wake up, it'll be time. So, yeah, so we are going to cover all these with pattern paper, and we'll pick up, you know, wherever we leave off tonight next week, and continue covering them with pattern paper. And then we'll work on their insides, getting all the photo mats and everything laid out. And then what we'll do is we'll go back through and embellish. So, you know, we'll fancy up some of the flaps. If they're a little too plain, you know, we'll add embellishments here and there. We'll think about making maybe additional inserts. We'll see. We'll see. But I at least want to, you know, add some more embellishments to the flaps, probably things like that. Once I'm done with, you know, the part of the construction that seems to be like the kind of the hybrid decorating instruction, you know, where it's like part decorating and part construction. And when where it's no more construction, only decorating. So with this, you know, it's part construction because we're adding the closures. Ooh, I gotta ink these. So what is everyone's favorite Christmas movie? Is there a movie you watch every Christmas no matter what? All right, so I'm going to do the Santa Shush. And then I'm going to kind of center this on my desk. They don't have to be perfect. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen The Christmas Story. All the way through. I think I've just seen bits and pieces of it here and there. And I feel like I've kind of cobbled together the whole movie from bits and pieces and cultural osmosis. Thanks, Ella. But I've never sat down and watched the whole Christmas Story from start to finish. Yeah, see, I know stuff like You'll Shoot Your Eye Out and The Lamp and all of that. Like, I know all the bits and pieces. This washing mouth out with soap and all that. I have like lots of the scenes in my head, but I don't really know how we get from, you know, one to the other to the other. All right, so we've got envelope number 1, envelope number 2, envelope number 3 to do now. So, all right, I got near the tiny cat and she squeaked again. Poor little tiny buddy. You lost a whisker in here. What are you doing? Oh, she's doing her little heavy breathing old man purr. Tiny Cat's really cute, but her purr is very creepy. It's like, you know, if you got a call back in the days of prank calls. That's what she sounds like. All right, this one I'm going to put the train on the bottom, but I'm not going to put this on the top. That doesn't work for me. So I'm going to find another scrap, you know, somewhere else to use. All right, so got that. And I think this is another spot where the stripes could be cute, so we'll go ahead and go with those. Okay. Miracle on 34th Street's a good one. We watch a lot of Hallmark and Netflix and, you know, other little Christmas movies as well. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what a good one is. If there's not really anything I watch every year for Christmas. I watch a lot of Christmas movies, and I'm sure there are Christmas movies that I watch more often than other Christmas movies. But I definitely don't have one that it's, you know, where it's like it's not Christmas until we've all sat down and watched whatever. There's not really one like that in my family. Although, probably if there was Miracle on 34th Street would probably be the closest one. The Maureen O'Hara one is the one that we watched the most. All right, so one Christmas Eve for a bunch of good laughs. Okay. So much tape. Who came up with this project? And who decided to do 12 envelopes, punch-a-lopes, pouch-a-lopes? Was that past Kathryn? Past Kathryn strikes again. Oh, the Santa Claus movies, I do watch. The sequel's not as bad as you like would expect. I mean, it's not great, but it's not as bad. But the original Santa Claus is kind of funny. Okay, so now I'm going to center this. And then let's see, which one of these do we think fits the vibe the best? Oh, this one got all, whatever, it's fine. With the tree, I think we'll go with Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. I know, past Kathryn is just, she's a feisty little devil. She's a feisty little devil. All right. This is going, I wonder if I should even say this or if I'm going to regret it. Oh my gosh. It's like a Christmas card. Look how cute these are. I'm so happy to get to highlight the papers. Don't say it. I know. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't even think it. No. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 left. So we've done 4. We have 8 left to cover with pattern paper, but this part is going very quickly. So just so I don't lose all of these, I'm going to put them in a pouch so that, you know, they're all together. Because we don't want to lose them all. Oh no, I said it. I said it. What's my problem? What's wrong with me? All right, so that's it. We finally got a closure. The closure is cute. That's pretty much it for construction in terms of like anything else that's structural that we're going to have to get to before, you know, before the project is over. So we're going to be finishing this structural stuff. Or next week we'll be finishing the closures and the matting, and then we'll do the matting of the insides. We'll talk about how I'm going to do the insides, and then after that we'll do the decorating, and then we'll make the box. Simple. No problems. I foresee no problems. Nothing bad can possibly happen. So the video from this afternoon will be up on YouTube by first thing tomorrow morning. And the video from tonight will be up on Monday. And then I'll be back on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern USA time. And we will have book club. We will talk about Lock Every Door with Riley Sager. We'll talk about it as if it was a Christmas movie. And if it would have been, we'll discuss whether or not it would have been better if it was a Christmas movie. And that's it. That's it. So we'll be back. So I will see you next week at 2 p.m. Eastern USA time for book club and more matting. So these videos will be in the archives. They'll also be on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube already, check the video description for the playlist to see all the others. And I'll catch you next time. Bye now.